morning, Full Sail family. Monday is here, and judging by everyone's facial expression, nobody approved the update. Your coffee is still rendering, your inbox has developed a personality disorder, and somewhere a group project chat contains the words, "Sorry, just seeing this." Whether you are studying film, games, music, art, technology, business, sports media, or creating the 14th file named Final, use this one. Welcome. At this point, that's not a file name, it's a franchise. This is episode 2 of our weekly Full Sail morning update. We have campus events, world news, internet chaos, creator updates, and one useful thought to carry into the week. Before everybody else starts fighting for control of your attention, let's establish who is actually flying this plane. Picture an airplane entering turbulence. The pilot does not argue with the clouds. He does not announce that Mercury must be in retrograde. He checks the instruments and handles the next clear action. That is the mindset this week. Control your effort, preparation, honesty, attitude, and next decision. Influence what you can. Release yesterday, the weather, the algorithm, random opinions, and the classmate who has been uploading it now since the Roman Empire. A Stoic mindset does not mean having no emotions. Your emotions may sit in the cockpit. They simply do not get to touch all the glowing buttons. You do not have to defeat the entire week today. Handle the next clear action. One of those actions might be entering a room where something new can happen. The campus calendar came to work this week, so let's move. Monday, today at 5 p.m., Drone Club meets at the DIC for an open fly. This is a chance to meet the club, learn about drones, watch experienced pilots, and possibly try flying. You do not need to arrive as an expert. Curiosity is an entry-level skill. And technically, a crash is just an unscheduled landing, although the owner of the drone may disagree. Tuesday recognizes Bastille Day, an International Non-Binary Peoples Day. These observances are invitations to learn about histories and experiences outside of our own, not invitations to become an expert after reading 3 comments online. At 2 p.m., Student Success holds walk-in hours at the Military Student Success Center. Bring your questions while there are still questions before they've evolved into emergencies wearing a deadline. At 5:30, Global Grads presents Shantell Shanz Hill, sharing her experience and journey as one of Jamaica's own. Do not listen only for the finished success story. Listen for the setbacks, the adjustments, the people who helped, and the moments when quitting probably looked reasonable. At 6:30, the EPD Final Show presents a Luke Bryan and Kenny Chesney tribute band. That means live music, performance, sound, lighting, staging, and at least one cowboy hat receiving professional production support. Wednesday is Career and Connection Day. At 11 a.m., Career Development's Open Door Day gives students access to industry professionals who can answer questions about careers, portfolios, interviews, and getting from "I have a degree" to "somebody is paying me." Also at 11, the Always Be Creating workshop focuses on creating and continuing to build your craft and career. Your dream job is probably not going to break into your house and discover your talent. Meet it halfway. At 1 p.m., Link Up offers speed networking. This is not Tinder for business cards. Meet one person, ask one intelligent question, and listen without waiting for your turn to speak. At 1:30, July birthdays get cake and community. Congratulations on surviving another full orbit around the sun. Later, VSU meets at 3, and Notebook LM learning session begins at 4:30. Improv starts at 6:30, and Frequency Club meets at 9. Improv is especially useful for performers, writers, speakers, and anyone whose professor asks a question when they were clearly not trying to make eye contact. Thursday recognizes International Drag Day. celebrating an art form that combines performance, fashion, makeup, movement, music, lighting, identity, and enough confidence to make the rest of us correct our posture. At 1 p.m., Industry Insight welcomes music production graduate and AI researcher Juan Lintio. At 1, the Iliad brings ancient heroes, angry gods, war, pride, and terrible decision-making to life. So you can study the future of artificial intelligence or 3,000-year-old evidence that ego ruins group projects. At 1:30, Pride Club holds its July meeting. At 3, Magical Machines holds the early history of special effects. Apparently, people were faking reality long before After Effects made it subscription-based. Drone Club returns at 5 for another open fly. Friday and Saturday. Friday includes Aloha Friday, Creative Writing Collaboration, the Life After Full Sail Graduate Panel, and VSU's Call of Duty Game Night. Finally, a campus event where yelling "He's behind you" counts as teamwork. Saturday recognizes International Nelson Mandela Day and South Asian American Heritage Month. You do not need to attend everything. Choose one event that gives you a skill, a connection, or a new perspective. Now let's check the weather outside and the much stranger weather inside the internet. Actual weather first. Central Florida may reach around 94 degrees today, with a heat index near 102 and thunderstorms possible after 2 p.m. Drink water, take breaks. If you hear thunder, go inside. Nature does not care that you only need 10 more seconds of B-roll. The Florida Python Challenge is also underway through July 19th, with registered participants removing invasive Burmese pythons from the Everglades. Registered participants. That doesn't mean you should see movement in a bush and begin a surprise swamp side quest. Across the United States, a major heat wave may affect up to 2/3 of the continental country. Check on people, animals, and anyone without reliable cooling. Dehydration is not a hustle culture achievement. Globally, more than 2.2 million people were evacuated as Typhoon Bavi struck eastern China, with major travel disruption and injury reported in Taiwan. Tensions between the United States and Iran are also affecting traffic between the Strait of Hormuz and pushing oil prices higher. The situation is moving quickly, so verify videos and claims before sharing them. A 12-second clip with dramatic music is not a complete geopolitical education. Now let's look at what may affect your creative work. For game students, Steam's Social Deduction Fest begins today. It features games built around hidden roles, deception, teamwork, and determining which of your friends has been lying directly to your face. Nothing strengthens friendship like betrayal with good user interface design. For video creators, YouTube is making labels for realistic and AI-generated or significantly altered material more visible. The lesson is uncomplicated. Use the tools, do not lie about the tools. Honesty should not be an advanced setting. The World Cup semi-finals arrived this week, with France facing Spain on Tuesday and England facing Argentina on Wednesday. For sports, film, graphics, audio, marketing, and business students, do not only watch the match, watch the camera choices, replays, statistics, sponsor placement, audio, and the clips that take over social media 5 minutes later. And tomorrow, NASA sends astronaut Anil Menon. He is scheduled to launch to the International Space Station with cosmonauts Petrov Dobrov and Anna Kikana, 3 adults from different backgrounds living in a metal container for 8 months. That is either inspiring global cooperation or the most expensive group project ever attempted. We have checked the campus, the world, and the industry. Information is only useful when it becomes action. Have a great morning, you guys. And here's your next right move. Before noon, finish one small task you have been avoiding. This week, attend one event outside your normal routine. Practice one skill for 20 minutes. Check on one person without asking them for anything, and verify one dramatic post before helping it spread. You cannot control whether your work goes viral. You can control whether it is clear, honest, useful, and finished. You cannot control the entire week. You can control the next 20 minutes. Do the work, help somebody, release the rest. Good morning, Full Sail family. Have a wonderful week, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.